live with the Goblin-Orc Nation Liberation. Session 20, the big 2-0.
Wow.
You guys remember what happened, what you're doing?
So, last time, we fought the giants.
Okay.
And basically we killed one of them, drugged their body off, we knocked the other one out, and then tied them up and healed them up to question them. And Oz was butchering the body that we killed that was their partner, and basically fed them their partner.
My god.
I won't even go through that. That was horrifying.
They got what they deserved.
And so after we basically asked them or all the questions we wanted to ask, they're like, "Where's my partner?" And you know, Oz revealed, "Oh, you eat your partner." And
Been inside you for quite a while now.
realization dawned as we ended their life. Oh, and there was some clever wordplay there by Dot saying, "Oh yeah, if you tell us what we want to know, we'll let you join your partner that she already knew was dead."
We reunited them.
Yes,
And it
yes.
felt so good.
Um,
Like they knew it should.
we got the surviving orcs to help us bring supplies back to Komodo. We also helped heal them up, and they basically kind of became our followers. And then we spent the night at the giant camp, went to Komodo the next day. When we got there, we went to the mayor, Layla Serpentwind, and she basically tried to hire us away from Ronald, and we're considering her offer. She said she asked us to rest for a couple of days in Komodo, and she was going to gather information and basically as a way of showing us that she would be a better employer than Ronald, and we're staying at the inn in the town.
Good recap.
I
Yeah.
learned giant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we leveled.
That's right. You guys are big old level 8s now. Running stuff.
We have a giant speaking party, I think. Did Gamax learn giant?
Yeah. I think you forced
Yeah.
me to.
It's what the cool kids were doing.
Gonna talk to the giants, tell them what 4, 6, 8, 12, and 14.
Nice.
Can I even count that high?
I know I can't. I have a 5 in.
But yeah, you guys did have a few days to relax. Is there anything specific you want to do? You guys can chat with each other about anything. If you guys wanted to have a pre-game plan and chat about if you guys are seriously considering this offer. Well, I know I asked you all kind of out of character, but if in character you guys want to chat about it or anything. Or we can just speed right to the day where you meet back up with Layla.
Dot in the downtime will be restocking healing potions and that sort of thing. So she would also want to use some of the blood she collected for the Ariel's potion, and take that before she started doing that.
Sure. Which blood are you using to make this potion?
She'll be using the vial of I think she got some of the that goblin that had been experimented on, their blood. She tried blood transcription with it. Or no, looks like she's got stone giant blood. She'll use the stone giant blood for that.
Mm-hmm. And while I tweak some things and determine what happens with this, have you told the rest of the party about this? Has anybody been curious how Dot's been manufacturing more potions than seems normal? Does anyone even notice that? Does anyone even care?
I don't. Yeah, I don't think I would
I wouldn't
notice
notice.
anyway. Obviously,
All right, nobody cares. Excellent.
that's not a matter of caring, John. Knowing and caring are two different things, okay? Just because they kill themselves doesn't mean you knew they were depressed. Damn, John. Very insensitive.
True. Yeah. Dot, you can use your stone giant blood. And why did that music start playing at the same time?
I don't know, that was weird.
The gods are messing with my audio tracks. And yeah, so you can do this one of the days that you guys are relaxing. And we'll just deal with this first. What do you want to craft? And how much of it?
Okay, so I want to do some potions of Cure Serious.
Cure Serious. Oh, you don't need to make a check for those, right? You can just make those, right?
I believe so. Oh wait, no, I do a craft alchemy and we figure out how well it comes out, I think is how
Yeah,
we're
but I
doing
think this one is because it's like on your spell list. It's not because you have brew potion, right?
it. Yes.
Yes, you can create a potion of any 3rd level or lower spell that you know. Brewing a potion takes 2 hours if its base price is 250 GP or less. Otherwise, it takes 1 day for 1,000. Blah 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 blah. So you said Cure Serious. That's 3rd level. So what's the base price for that? Is it like 750 GP? I don't remember. Potions. 3rd level. Yeah, 750 GP. But that's like to buy it. So you obviously make it for... Are you going to make them at your caster level?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So that is that times your level 8 times 50 GP. So that is the market price. But you make it for 55% cheaper, right?
I believe so.
So that is a 660 gold per potion cost at your caster level. Do you have enough money for that?
I would be asking for the party funds for that because I would be making it for the party.
What
Okay.
is this you're making again? Sorry.
Cure Serious
You're
potions?
serious. Yeah, I think we can do that. We got many money.
How many do you want? I'm sure you used some in that battle.
I not used one. I still have one left.
Okay.
I have one also.
And Gamix.
Oh, it looks like mine was used up.
Okay, so I would make 2. One for me, one for Gamix.
Do I just hit the plus and less one, or does it need to be added manually?
You can... Oh, I can just do it real quick. You just have to increase... Or no, it's based off... It's going to go off your caster level, I think, right? So I think it's fine. Let me just double check.
So how many are you making?
I was gonna make 2, one for me, one for Gamix.
Okay, yeah, you have a Cure Serious there. Let me just double check the formula. It should work, but...
And you said it was 660, right, John?
Correct.
Okay.
Uh...
And removing it from
Oh, it's the items caster level, and it's coming out to +7. Why?
because that was probably what they were before.
Yeah, I probably made
Right.
one that was +7 when I was 7th level.
Yeah, I'm just wondering where did it key in the item level? So I can just
It's under
change it.
caster or hold on. It's under.
Oh, here, caster level. There's the box
Yep.
for it. Just change that to 8. There you go. I fixed Gamex's. I don't know if you need yours fixed, Dot, but
I paid for them, by the way.
Thank you. I'll also bring up, does the party want me to make potions of fly, since we were having the issue of, you know, wanting multiple people to be able to fly?
I think it good we each have at least one.
Okay.
That keep us in
If we
good
can
position.
afford it.
Well, it's also a 3rd level spell, so that would be...
Yeah, but I don't think we need it at max caster. What's the
Right.
duration on fly?
It's 1 minute per level.
Yeah, so we probably don't need it in more than minimum level, which would be, I forget what it is for alchemist. Where did you first start getting 3rd level spells?
I assume level 5.
I think
there's
so.
6 actually. I don't, because they're
Are they delayed?
every 3 level progression. I thought.
It was level 7.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so then those are going to be a little more expensive for you to make.
Yep.
How many fly potions are you making?
1 for each of us, so 4.
4. That'll cost you a total of 2,310.
Okay. Got it.
And then I do want to make at least 1 protection from arrows, which is a 2nd level spell.
Do you want to make it at your caster level or minimum?
I'm getting out the potions
Minimum.
of fly, just FYI. So, and I'll share them around.
Thank you.
Did you say
Minimum. Yeah, because it's an hour per level for
Okay.
fly. So,
You
an
mean
hour
protection?
per level. Yeah, I'm sorry, for protection, yeah.
And sorry,
For
you said it's
protection from
second level
arrows.
spell?
It's a 2nd level spell.
And how many of those did you want to make?
Well, I want to make at least 1 for me. Does anyone else want protection from arrows?
I think protection from arrows is going to drop in value, like literally this next encounter. But
Okay.
we'll see. It all really depends on whether or not they have magic bows or not. If they have magic bows, the spell is completely dead. It's one of the things that it's one of like the big things I don't like about the spell. But when they don't have magical bows, it's really good overall. So it all depends on what our next combat's going to be. I don't need it. I can deal with arrow shots. So
Actually, if I'm only making it for myself, then I will do it at max caster level because it will increase the amount of damage it'll absorb.
All right.
Because it absorbs up to 100, so...
Excellent. If you're just making one of those, it'll only cost you 385 gold at max caster level.
hold on one sec. I just need to finish those. Okay, those are sent. And then you said how much?
385 gold.
Okay.
Any other brewing going on?
That's basically it, I think. I just wanted to make sure that we were stocked up on health potions and stuff like that since we just had a combat.
Okay.
No, remember there was one more. I need a lesser restoration potion.
Oh, that's correct. You wanted 2 of those, didn't you?
Yeah, 2 would actually be best.
Okay.
They can, again, minimum cast level is fine, so that for you is level 4.
Yes. So 2, level 4, just minimum caster level.
They're level 4
Sec-
spells?
It's
it's
second
a level
level.
2 spell, but she has to be a minimum of level 4 to cast it.
Got it, level 2 spell, got it. And you're making 2 of them?
Yes.
Alright, for 2 of them, that will cost you 440 gold.
Ducting, and then I will move them to my sheet. Okay. So our 4th level.
Alright, any other brewing going on?
I think that's it.
Alright, so Dot's gonna shut herself away for 2 days and brewing like a mad woman. And I need you to roll me a d9 plus 4.
Okay. All right.
Excellent. So that is that. So you lock yourself for 2 days. You don't sleep, and you just constantly are brewing. You're grabbing things here and there. Time flies by. Like you kind of like emerge on like the 3rd day, like it's only been like a few hours. And you have 6 potions of fly. I'll put it in chat after. But you have 6 potions of fly, 4 potions of cure serious wounds, 2 potions of protection from arrow, and 4 potions of lesser restoration. You kind of like look down at your kind of like all these potions and you're like, whoops, I kind of made too much. But you didn't expend any more resources. That's like kind of, that's how much your resources got you. So I'll just put the name of the thing and then how many you got in the chat.
Excellent.
Serious 4. And you can kind of meet up at the party on this like 3rd morning. What was anyone else doing anything interesting the last 2 days? Or kind of just hanging out, seeing family?
For the most part, I'm just resting. I'm down so many hit points.
I would want to spend some time training because I was not down that much.
Okay. Yeah, you can train.
Well, and how long are we gonna be here for? Like, how long did she say we need to wait on her to get us information?
You can come see her anytime after 4 days. So basically tomorrow you can go see her, or you can rest as long as you want, and then go see her whenever you're ready. But she'd let you know she was ready for you.
Then...
But yeah, on the 3rd morning, you guys meet up for breakfast, and Dot kind of hands you out these potions, and you see she has a lot more than she said she was going to give you. So I don't know if you just keep the excess or give people extra. Yeah.
I guess I will.
oh shit! It's a lot of lesser resters.
Yeah. I'll give all of the lesser restos to Oz.
No, you should hold on to one of them. Exactly one of them. Just in case we have somebody that gets ability score damage. I don't want to be in a situation where I drink it, so I'll make a copy of it to send to you.
Okay.
Where is my happy tavern music? Here we are.
There you go. Lesser resto sent.
All right. And I'll give everybody each 1 potion of fly. I'll keep the extra, but I can always pass them out, if someone uses theirs up.
Excellent. But yeah, when Dot meets you guys for breakfast, she seems a little extra hyper. You have a little bit of extra energy. You're like, here, you take one. She's kind of like a little like fidgety, more than
Frantic.
Yeah, a little more than, or not a little more. I don't think Dot is ever like that really. But she's like noticeably like hyper Like I think if she's handing anyone a potion, you'll just see her like twitching, like handing. Yeah, like.
Here, try this, try this. Oh wait, don't try this. Just hold on to it in case you need it. I labeled it.
You're a little too awake. A bit too early. Maybe
You need
bring
some
down a little.
coffee.
No.
You're well rested.
Does the body good.
But by no means am I going to be the one to judge.
What you all been up to?
Just training. Trying to use the downtime to improve my craft.
And sleep. See, this scar's still here, and I'll like show like one on my belly that hasn't healed over fully, because I've just been manually healing hit points.
The best way to heal hit points.
Not when you have 112, John.
I'm just looking at the wound, trying to assess like.
It was a pretty big wound. These
Have you-
wounds, they may not heal.
Fear is how you fall.
Confusing what is
Oh
real.
my gosh. Okay, no, we don't want to.
This is about the time this
God, this lack of self-control just feels so never-ending.
there's like an orc that kind of comes up. He's got an apron on. He kind of like slams his hand on the table and he looks at Don and he says, "Room for sleeping. Why you make so much noise? Get many complaints.
Oh, sorry.
Who you?
I own tavern.
Mm.
Tell your friend room for sleeping. Many complaints. Room's next to hers. She's
You
making
don't
weird
complain about
noises.
Us use room for different thing.
That's fine for only a few hours, but she go non-stop and make strange noises, not noises people used to, and weird
What
glows.
does that mean?
Are you kink shaming? I heard that used before.
No, she doing something strange, magics.
Would it be better if I moaned while I did it?
No,
Okay, well, I stopped. I won't do it again.
he grumbles and clears your table full of plates you're done with, and goes back to the kitchen.
That was
Whoopsie
easy.
doodle.
What you doing?
I'm
You bringing
making-
in weird people?
No, I'm just making potions. I don't know what the big deal is.
Is that what they call it? Is that like time to self?
I guess. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not normally noisy when I do, but... What, when I do time to self? No, I'm not noisy.
I don't think I'm noisy either. I think these people are just like maybe have super hearing or something.
They seem angry.
I should see about inventing a happy potion, and I'll give them the happy potion, and it'll just all be better.
I don't know if that's how it worked.
Yeah, Dot, you as well, after being 2 days under this effect, this is now the third day, you feel a bit smarter, but also a lot weaker. You feel like you can't carry as much, but you feel like, I don't know, you just feel like you know more things, you can retain more information. But the effect has not gone away yet, and you're not sure when it will stop, but you have it for a while, it seems.
Wonderful.
But yeah, is there anything else you guys would like to do? As we can just kind of speed up to tomorrow, unless there's anything you guys want to talk about or do.
How much training do I need to do to get an extra hit point?
Oh, okay, I was going to ask. I didn't know if you were actually wanting to retrain.
It's like 10 days.
The issue is, I'm going to be a
Oh,
little
okay.
stickler for it since you're higher level. I think you need someone as level as you, and I don't think there's anyone level 8 here.
Not
Let me
here,
just
no.
read the retraining to make sure.
You're correct if I remember right.
Level 8 is big boy territory. Ain't many people like that around.
I That is only 3 days, but yeah, we need somebody who's at least 1 level higher than us.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
no level 9s chilling in Komodo. So you know if you do want to do this, you'll have to hit one of the major cities. So Rachel will definitely have some level 9s walking around. But that's still a pretty high level. So the fact that if they want to spend 3 days training with you might be more expensive than the retraining raw rules indicate.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
I'll
it's-
just do some
yeah.
training on my own.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
No, wait, John, what if she specifically chooses not to level,
She wants to stay level
and then
7?
I train her, and then she
No.
levels immediately after I train her?
No.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
My
John,
question to
never
you
let me
is,
do
would
most
you
of the
allow
stupid
that?
Stuff. No, I would allow that, obviously.
All right, then
I was
I'm not
clearly
allowing it.
being facetious.
I know, I'm just joking.
Is there a magic shop in town by any chance?
No.
John, just for the record, I don't like that you're going to be able to ask that question now more often.
There's no magic shop, like a shop with a magical owner that could like make magic items, but there is a store that sells some magic items, but not nearly as good of things as you would find in like a major city. So
I'm
what are you looking for?
Scrolls.
If you're wanting anything 3rd level and below, you definitely could find it. Anything above that might be chancy.
I am looking for a scroll of Silent Table, which is a level 2 spell.
Oh yeah, you can easily find that in the store, the general store that you shopped in. They have a little scroll section, and that is a popular spell. And they'll definitely have. Are you just looking for one?
Let me see.
Well, they have 4, so.
Yeah, I'll just get one.
Okay, and you said that's a 2nd level spell, so that will cost you 150 gold.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You said, sorry, you just said you're buying one, right?
I'm just buying one. Yes.
Yeah, 150 gold per scroll. Yeah, so if you deduct 150 gold, you can add a scroll of Silent Table to your thingy, your sheet.
I did that from my page, so you don't need to deduct it, Steve.
Okay.
Excellent. Anything else anyone wants to do before you meet with your politician?
No, I'll just have to shower afterwards.
Sure. So yeah, unless anyone has anything, we can go to the next morning where you are meant to meet with Layla.
I think that's good.
Did you guys want to have a conversation about who's making the
Yeah, it's
decision,
fine.
or?
Good to talk about ahead of time. Especially so that Oz just doesn't, I don't know, act randomly out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, none of us are actually considering this, right? Gamix?
I mean, if you guys weren't so against it, I might, but I understand when I am overruled.
Tell me more about your interest in this.
I don't know, more money is always helpful.
Loyalty means nothing to you? No judgment here, obviously. Just curious.
I don't know, you seem a bit pushy.
I mean, it would be helpful to understand where you're coming from. Obviously, money is a priority to you. But it does surprise me that continuing to fulfill our role with Ronald in support of Bitsy's agenda is not that important to you in comparison.
I mean, we'd still be doing the giants, right? This is just for more, it would just be for more money.
mean, who knows what else she would want us to do. Their priorities might align in the interim, but that doesn't mean they would long term.
I mean, what's Ronald gonna have us do after this giant stuff is over?
Be free, I guess. I don't know.
It's not like we can go and ask him now.
Well, I mean, we could try and use some sending if you want.
I
Would
don't
that
know.
be helpful?
If you guys have made up your mind, you've made up your mind.
I mean, I not have allegiances to Ronald. If she pay better and she have more info, why we not work for her? If Ronald have bad info, then maybe Ronald not good at this. Right?
Ooh, why do you say that she has better info?
We don't know. We haven't met with yet. When she
Oh.
tell us info, we find out if it better info, then maybe we work with her. Right? I not see
don't
why we
feel like
wouldn't.
It's a great idea to change right now. I mean, everything's so chaotic throughout the country.
Yeah,
I
but
like
that's
the
not our problem.
consistency. It stresses me out.
I'm sorry. I thought I helped you with stress problems.
You do, that doesn't mean that they are completely eliminated or can never exist.
Oh.
Dot, what's your preference or leanings?
I follow the money.
Wow, so all of you are ready to jump ship, huh?
I say if information better and money better. If information same but money better, not enough. I not want waste time with somebody who just because they have more money or just because they might have more info.
What would the information, like, what's the threshold for her information being better?
We already have some information. If she not have more useful information, then we not bother.
Yeah, but how much more useful would her information have to be?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know info. I just say what makes sense. Besides, this GM trap anyway get me help vampire usurp Pissy, so I just guessing a vampire thing. But seem like vampire everywhere.
What info did we get from Ronald initially?
We know that there's the two factions. We got some details about that, but I didn't take notes because I'm trying to play the character. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's a great excuse. Look at that. Okay, I'll remember that for the future. I'm not taking notes because my character wouldn't remember.
Hey, it would be hard for me to argue you at that point, so more power to you, unfortunately for me.
I can remind you guys if you'd like.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys knew about there's two factions of giants that hold clues to what's going on in this grand scheme of things. So Ronald located these marrow giants. They're water-based giants. So if you go, like, he didn't have like exact like counts of like who's there or whatever, but like he let you know the type of giant, and they're likely going to try to like drown you and stuff like that. These Ved giants, he let you know that they have like these deep tunnels that they made, and their scouts they lost a scout trying to go in there, so they don't know what's going on in there. But they know that there's at least 4 or 5 of these Ved giants, and both of these giants, by the way, are individually weaker than stone giants. So, and you can look up their stat blocks. You went to the library and researched them, and I basically told you all about them. But if you forgot anything, you can just look up their stat blocks if you want to know about them. Oh, I think the Ved ones, they have a breath weapon that like can blow you down or something. It's like their gimmick.
Well, blow me down.
They just try to knock you prone, and I guess you try to get up or fight on the floor, which is their big thing.
So we need to make sure we eat spinach.
We'd be strong to the finish.
Indeed.
So I guess we'll go into this conversation just looking to get, well, I mean, I don't know how much information she'll be willing to provide before we agree to actually work for her, but I guess we can try and see what information she's willing to share, see what she would be willing to pay us, and then take some time as a group to make her decision. I don't want to make any decisions on the spot. How does that sound?
Mm-hmm. I'm good with that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that we should just, jump ship willy-nilly. We should see what she can offer us and make our decision then.
Sounds like the party's in agreement about that. Do you want to go meet with Layla?
Sure.
All right.
Out of character, can you remind, just so we have the context of how much we've been paid? So, how we'll know if what she's offering us is more?
I haven't been tracking your exact payments, but I think you guys earned most of your money yourselves from deals and stuff, and I think you guys made a little fortune there. So I think Ronald has been giving you a decent amount of money, but nothing extravagant, from what I recall. He gave you, I think his biggest contribution to you was giving you discounted items. He made you the rhino hide at a pretty good, significant discount.
Yep.
And I think they made some other items, some belts and stuff. Or I don't remember where you bought those. I think he made one or two items. I think he upgraded your weapon.
Yeah,
and stuff
he's
like
done a lot of items for us at a much better price than what we would have otherwise paid.
Yeah.
I'll also throw out there that we would also need to consider that, if we jumped ship, it's possible that, defeating the giants wouldn't offer us a full pardon in that case.
I mean, theoretically, she should be able to do the same thing. But again, that's theoretically, as I stated.
Well, let's go talk terms. Are you got your tongue warmed up there, Katara? For convincing?
Seemed well practiced yesterday.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't know why they were complaining about me.
Well, he said, you many more hours than us, so very impressive.
Oh yeah, I got the stamina. Anyway.
Oh, God. You guys make your way
Yep.
over to Miss Serpent Wind. As you guys walk in, she greets you, gives you a nice little bow. She says, I'm glad to see you all. I've heard you've been taking some downtime and enjoying yourselves in the town. You ready to talk business?
Yeah.
As I said, I don't want you to work for me. I want you to work with me. We would be partners. I'm expanding this little town. I've also recently contracted an arch wizard to be my archmage here. Again, she is a partner with me and potentially with you.
I get it. Partner.
What?
I don't think Kit'd be okay with that.
Why not?
Because we partners.
You don't
You
want
can
to
have many
polykill?
partners.
Sorry, she's confused. Can you just, you mean business partners, right?
Yes.
Not romantic partners.
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Sorry,
so I not have to get into your business. I just
No.
do business.
No.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. I should have been more clear. Yes, so I bring this up.
Yes, more clear.
I bring this up because Lydia is her name. She is my source of this information that I've requested her to gather. It's her first task as our business partner together. So hopefully she's done a good job. I let her know about
Lydia is the Arc Wizard.
Yes. We are constructing a wizard tower for her just next door. It is not constructed yet, so you'll have to forgive the mess if you go over there to see her. But she should have the information you require. I put my faith in her, as I do all my business partners, so I do not double check it or anything. So you'll have to tell me how good of a job she did and if it was satisfactory. But is there anything specific that you all need or want from me to consider starting this partnership?
I would need a research space.
She starts taking out a notepad and just like jotting down notes. We are expanding the town, as I said. We want to become a city, so there's lots of room to grow. We can definitely designate a spot for you to have a research lab, of course. She starts jotting down notes. How about the rest of you?
So it's Lydia that will give us information about the kind of more in the details of the work you would want us to do. Is that right?
No. She has gained the information on these 2 sets of giants you told me about. She's been hard at work the last few days, and she told me she's learned plenty to satisfy you. So you'll have to consult with her on that. But anything you want to know about that, you can ask me. Of course, like I said, we would be business partners, so I wouldn't tell you to do anything. I would ask you to help with certain things, and if you don't want to do it, you don't do it. It's we compromise with each other. I won't be telling you to do anything. I will be asking.
What would be the compensation arrangement?
It would be similar to how you operate. If you do take this on, you will be my official business partners for the city. So you will have equal access to our treasury. Whatever funds we bring in, minus our expenses, they are equally distributed amongst us, or available to us. I keep my share in the vaults, or in the chests as they were. We don't have an official treasury made yet, working on it. But you're welcome to your share. So right now we're splitting it 3 ways. One for me, one for Lydia, and one for your group.
Wait, you get all the money of the city?
No, I just told you, I keep it in the chests. My share. I don't withdraw any personally.
You get the profit of the city, though, among the 3 people.
She
Well, yes.
manages it.
I am the mayor. I designate where the townspeople's taxes go. And as business partners, so will you. If you want to increase your share, or if you think it's more fair, since there's 4 of you, I'm open to that. But right now, it's set up 2 ways, me and Lydia. But we can open it up to do. You guys get. We can work the details out if you want to even consider it. But we can come to a fair division of the profits. Especially if Dot here is setting up a research lab, perhaps you can open up a potion shop. That will definitely...
She would be thrilled.
Yes, that is a great source of revenue that the city could benefit from.
Around.
That could definitely benefit all of us. And of course, if you are doing these sort of ventures and investing in our infrastructure, I think Lydia and myself would be more than welcome to altering the allocation. Given the stories I've heard about all of you, I think a 50-50 split might be more fair. Lydia and myself get 50, and you yourselves get 50. But, of course, we'd have to figure all this out if you were to agree. Nothing's set in stone.
So what kind of tasks do you imagine you would be inviting us to help with?
Of course. Just a reminder, I wouldn't be telling you to do anything. be requests, but my typical requests would be utilizing your skills. Oz here, if there's trouble, creatures killing or harming people on the roads, I'd ask for your strength to deal with it. Dot, if there's people injured or sick, perhaps your potions could remedy them. Gamix and Katara, there are matters that require diplomacy, people with strong words. Gamix, I heard you're talented in getting places unseen. I don't have anything that would really warrant that, but I'm sure we could make use of those talents if there's any. You could basically keep an eye on the. It's very hard to stop crime, but perhaps you could help us establish a more strict town guard. Kind of give people hints at where those stealthy people like to hang out and stuff like that. Could be useful.
Could also start like a fight club type thing and have some revenue for the city, like, you know, people pay to see the fights.
She kind of furrows her brow. Is that sort of thing popular?
And you know, definitely.
Oh.
Well,
I'll point at Gamix. This is Fisty McFistface.
She looks over. I'm sorry, I haven't heard of that. Is this like a fighting name? Are you famous? More than you already are for your slaying of giants? You're a famous fighter? Cage fighter?
and you know, yeah.
Wow. Well, yes, that would be... If you say it's popular and you think there's a market for it, yes, I'm open to it. I'm not experienced at all with that, so that'd be something I'd entirely leave up to you to manage.
Good revenue generator for the city.
Indeed. And how could I even forget? I have heard Oz here is a great chef. So we do have the freshest fish in the country. Perhaps there... I have heard you have been teaching the inn chef something or two. Perhaps you could open your own restaurant here. Bring in crowds with your dishes.
Maybe.
Whatever your heart desires. We don't have...
Problem is, you say you have info. You'd be able to get info, but you not say how long.
How long for the info?
Yes.
Oh, it's ready. You when you want to go get the info on the giants, you can talk to Lydia.
Okay. And your pay not have number. It just we get piece. How big piece on average? That question I feel like should ask based on what my old master said.
Yes. And she pulls out her ledger. What are you trying to sense motive here, Katara?
Is there anything she's hiding? Like, does this feel like genuine, just open, like this is what they want, or do I think there might be some like ulterior unspoken motive?
19.
I feel like she's being,
I think you need a 20
with us.
to get a hunch. Yeah. Everything seems forthcoming. There's nothing really that's like standing out as like a... I mean, you do get a sense of like, this sounds a little too good to be true. She's kind of like offering everything you want kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing that like is like maybe like it does make sense. There's nothing that's like not making sense. But when Oz asks about like, well, what's a rough figure? What can you expect? She kind of pulls out the ledger and she says, to be honest, this would be a little bit of investment. Like I said, we are growing. So right now, our chests are not full. But like I said, we're trying to expand and make these chests full. Right now, you can expect about... If we don't grow, if we stay the way we are, which is unlikely, like I said, lots of plans in motion to make us a first-rate city, you can expect 2,000 gold per month.
Across all of us.
For all of you, not for each of you. Like your share would be 2,000. So a total of 4,000 a month our town is making. But Yes, and this is very small compared to what I have planned. In just a year's time, I plan to make this exponential, especially with your help. If you make your home here, if we make a potion store, a world-class restaurant, a fighting ring, all these things will exponentially grow our city. But of course, I would need your help in that.
And you could keep an eye on your brother, Katara.
Indeed. There will be a lot more available work for people here as well, with all these new things opening up.
Why do you need us now? Why not just wait for us finish what we do, then we come back, help you?
You could. You were just here now, and I wanted to make this offer. If you want to wait till you're done with all your giant slaying, that's fine by me. I'll be here. Not going anywhere.
Well, it would take some time to start building things like a lab or a restaurant, so we would have time to go take care of the giant problem, and then...
Yes, if you agree, we can get to work on all these projects while you're away. But
yeah, when we return into Tyre, we can come live here and do things.
Retire.
You plan on retiring after these giants are done with?
I don't
know about that.
Hmm.
We have not talked about that, so.
If we get better offer, maybe not, but...
Well, that's why I wanted to make my offer now. If you are interested in it, I will, of course, not make any more offers to other people, but you just said if you're waiting your if you're entertaining multiple offers, I don't know if I can compete with, bigger cities or, or I don't know who's offering you things, but...
Sometimes smaller feel better.
Smaller is room to grow.
I know many of these major cities cannot offer you partnership. That's what I know. I'm offering you a seat in
partnership right here.
Business
Okay,
partner.
honey,
Business
that's
partner.
different. That's different.
No, it's same. I live here because you family here. We be partners with you family too.
But yes.
Mom not look bad.
You can speak about that later. I don't want to know about that. But many of these established cities, they don't have room for a new alchemist lab, all these things. So we are expanding. We're constructing things. I think this is the perfect spot for you guys. But that's just my opinion. Obviously, I'm a little biased. I do want people with your talents to help round out our town.
What other questions do y'all have?
I don't have any.
Excellent. Well,
Gamix?
I got nothing.
Well, you should meet your potential new business partner as well, and she holds the information you seek. So please hop on next door to go see Lydia. She is expecting you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good luck. She'll give you a little
Good
nice
luck.
little bow. With your endeavors, if you end up leaving before you seeing me, going to slay your giants, I wish you good luck. But it would be nice if you saw me before you left. Just let me know what you made of Lydia and if she satisfied you with the information she gave you.
Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah, she'll give you a nice little bow and continue scribbling notes on her book that she opened up. And you guys can head next door. It is like it's like a construction site almost. There's like a lot of orcs and goblins like hauling lumber around and hammering things, and you see like in the center of it like pouring over like these blueprints and stuff. You see a woman with jet black hair, black horns coming protruding out of her head, and
it's a tiefling. Fucking tiefling. I hate tiefling. John just doing this to trigger me.
She is wearing these violet robes with gold trim around the edges. She's got like these light blue eyes that kind of catch the light. And she has like this black little tail that's like poking out of her robes. And it's like holding this like little stick. It's just like waving around her. And she's like poring over the blueprints and speaking in Goblin to one of these other goblins. You can understand it, but you're kind of far away and it's loud. But you can just understand that there's some goblin, and she's like pointing at the blueprint and pointing over there, and the goblin's like scratching his chin or whatever. And you guys can like walk on over. And she will look up from the conversation she was having. And I have some music for her, which I will play.
Well, she's important enough she has the music. So she's a devil, John. Sounds like devil music.
She looks up, her eyes kind of light up, and she says, "Ooh, hello. I have been expecting you." She
Here we are.
speaks in common, but then switches back to Goblin. You understand it, I guess. All of you speak Goblin, right?
No.
Oh, well, those that speak Goblin.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Speak up.
I assumed, sorry. Those that do understand Goblin, she turns to her little Goblin friend and says, "All right, I'll speak to you later. Carry on with the work." And then he'll just respond and say, "You got it!" And he'll head off. And she'll turn back into common and say, "Layla, let me know you were coming here. I am Lydia, but everyone calls me Violet." She kind of gestures to her robes. "Easier to remember, red in your face, just like me." She gives you like a wide smile. "I am told you want to learn about some giants."
Yes.
Yes.
"Well, which ones do you want to know about? The nasty Veds or the saltwater marrows?"
Oh,
"Both." "Excellent. I must confess, the marrows were hard to learn about. I know very little compared to how much I learned about the Veds. But I have
let's
some...
start with the marrows then.
Sure. You want to know the worst first? I like you. Well, I was able to cleverly get to know one of their lackeys quite well. I scryed upon them on an opportune moment and saw their encampment. As the GM pulls open his notes. I know how many marrow giants occupy themselves in those nasty waters, and I know what secrets they are hiding. Now, before I go on, you are thinking about becoming business partners with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's correct.
I will just be honest with you. I will feel remiss if I give you all these intimate details you end up not taking up us off on our offer.
You
Well, we
feel
can't promise
you feel
it, so-
like the mist all you want, but mist not help you when we make decisions, so I not know why you feel like mist.
I just look at it this way. Helping us helps you because you can't do very good business if, these giants attack the city, like the ones that we just took out.
Indeed,
the stone
indeed.
giants were
But
gonna.
yes. But in the off chance you don't plan to work with us, could you perhaps do me a favor for all this information?
Maybe.
What's the favor?
We can talk about it if you end up not even wanting to work with us. If you do work with us, don't worry about it.
No, you need to know about the favor up front if you're gonna potentially call it in.
No. If you end up working with us, I wouldn't need to call it in.
I know.
Look, I always feel nervous making deals with perpetually horny women.
She touches her horn and
no.
says, "Haha, nice joke."
No, but I'm saying if we don't, then you might want to call in this favor, and so I don't want to
No. It's
potentially agree to a favor if I don't know what it is. So just tell us.
sure, but the way you phrase it makes it sound like I would force you to do it. But that's not what I'm asking. It would just be a request. You could say no.
Okay, what would the request be?
These giants each hold something important that I could utilize in my magical endeavors. Something.
You want their horn?
She kind of taps her horns again. They don't have horns.
No. He's talking about their penis.
Jeez. No.
Oh.
Nothing. What could you do with that?
Make more babies.
Huh? No, I
You
don't.
get fertility ritual to Ariel.
Oh. I don't really deal in the divine. She kind of shudders a bit. Anyways. What I need is very rudimentary to you, but if you could fill a flask of the marrow salt water in the depths where they hide their treasures, I would want that. And in the Ved Den, they have a secret room with a ritual book on a devilish-looking statue. I want the book. Trinkets that are meaningless to you. The water is a spell component, and the book, I'm told, holds ancient magic. Perhaps this new spell for me or two? If you don't plan on working with us, I would consider it a favor you would do for me in exchange for all this information. I think it'd be a fair exchange, but if you don't want to do it, that's fine. And if we end up working together, it would be a nice little gift you could get me while you're there. I would be willing to compensate you for such things further if you think they're more valuable than this information I give you.
What about blood? You want blood?
What kind of blood?
Well, I mean, I've been collecting all kinds of blood, but right now I have Ettercap and Stone Giant.
Ettercap. What is that again? Oh, these are weird things. Purple creature walks upright like a man, face like a spider. It's an aberration. CR3. Yeah, she's not interested in that. She'll just say, no. If you come across... I didn't know you dabbled in such arts. If you do come across a rarer blood types, I would definitely be interested in such things.
If we see another dragon, I'll maybe get you some.
Her eyes go wide. You've seen a dragon?
Killed it, too.
You have dragon blood?
Not anymore, I used it.
What did you use it for?
Spells.
She, takes a step back. Don't take offense to this. Do you mind if I cast a spell?
Sure, why
What
not?
is it? No, ask her what it is first. Don't just.
It is a simple detect magic spell.
Yeah, sure. Detect magic is fine.
Yeah, she begins chanting some words, and her eyes glow even a brighter blue as she looks at all of you, and her eyes linger over Dot, and she kind of squints back a bit and says, "Pardon me, I didn't realize I was speaking to someone with such magical prowess. You must have access to spells. I was told you were an alchemist. You must have formulas that I can only dream of. When you have time, even if you don't work with us, you must share me some of your insights. What you use this dragon blood for. You don't have to talk about it now, but I'm very interested."
Yeah. It'd be nice to talk to someone who kind of knows what I'm talking about.
I can definitely make great conversation with such things. But back to the matters at hand. She looks over all of you with her magical eyes. You all are very competent in your own regards. Very magical, all of you. She kind of licks her lips almost, but stops. So, we were talking about, you distracted me with dragon blood. The saltwater marrows. There are 1, 2, she starts counting in her head. 3, 4, 5 saltwater marrow giants. One of them is their chief. They sit on a skull of an ancient sea creature that they found and kind of nestled up in their little den. They direct the others what to do. They take orders from it. If you were to take it down first, I assume they would all submit to you. They have no other minions or lackeys around. The lackey that I got to intimately well known with is more of a delivery person. They travel between places to deliver messages for them. But they don't keep any goblins or orcs in their lair.
Sorry, is their lair underwater?
They guard the entrance to the depths where they keep their treasures. So they are above water, but they will... I'm not sure how much knowledge you have about them, but they will frequently try to grab their enemies and drag them to the depths. They can breathe underwater.
Okay, I just wanted to, check and make sure. So they are not... They obviously can go underwater, but they're, this creature's skull that they hang out in is above water.
Yes, they are... They guard the shore, and then their lair is... Their lair can... You can go in deep into the lair, but they guard the entrance, so they are above water. But they can go submerge themselves if they are scared of you or something. So it may be pertinent to all of you have water breathing, so you can chase after them and not fear them plunging into the depths if they get their hands on you. But that's all I could glean
Anything
from
else that you learned about them?
the saltwater marrows.
So you said they don't... They don't have any goblins or orcs. They have no
None.
minions. It's just the 5 of them.
Correct.
And who have they been terrorizing? Just anyone who passes by?
I guess so. I haven't heard of who they're terrorizing.
Okay. What can you... Well, any questions from anyone else before we move on to the Veds?
Can't think of any right now.
Alright.
Alright, you
Thank
want to
you
learn
for
about
that.
the Veds? Alright. She kind of whistles a little bit, and this goblin kind of skips toward your table. And she says, "Everyone, do you speak Goblin, all of you?"
I do.
No.
Oh, well, you two will have to translate, or I can translate for you. But this here is my good friend. His name is... Did I write his name down? His name is Avmark.
Mark.
Yes, and he is one of the lackeys in the Ved's den. He knows a great deal. And he's here as my special friend, and she winks to him. And he kind of has these lovey looking eyes to her, and he says, "Oh! Violet's so pretty!" And then, she will look at him and say, "These are my good friends. You tell them all they want to know." And he says, Yeah, I'll do anything for Violet. What you want to know?
How many Veds are there? How many giants? How many minions? What kind of minions?
There are 5 Veds. Big guys. And we recently be brought to this cave, help them defend it. They tell us about you, all you. I know all your names. Big one, Axe, Oz. One who likes fire, Dot. One who yell real loud and make people shake, Katara. And Big Fisty McFistface. I know all you. We warn about you. We to be told that you come kill all goblin, orc, and giant. You see.
Hey, wait, no, we not here kill giant. We not here kill orc or goblin. We save many orc or goblin.
Oh, they lied to us then.
Yep.
Big surprise.
Anyway.
So how many goblins and orcs and whoever else are there?
They're one big goblin chief. He wear armor and stuff, never seen before. He wear man gear. He have 2 goblin dog guard entrance. They smell you coming if you invisible. And when they start barking, they echo through all caves, so everybody know you there. Then behind them, they're moss troll. Big stupid creature, just block doorway. Behind him, magic gobbo. He cast spell at you while moss troll block you. Then behind them, Veds. And he kind of gets a little more meek and scared. There's scary noise in there. They bring just for you. They say it able to kill. Easy, at least one of you. A trap of some sort. I not know what do. They tell us we're not allowed to walk in there or it'd kill us. But we hear it make noises all night and day. Screams.
What kind of noise? Like
It's like wails. And he tries to like
Wail?
imitate it. He's like, oh.
is there a knowledge check that I can make to?
Yeah, he can do it a little bit better, give you a little more details than I can ever do. So you can give me a knowledge religion. It's clearly some sort of undead creature that he's describing the sounds of, and yeah, you have no idea what it is. There's some penalty, just so you're not metagaming the CR, there's some penalties I'm applying because you haven't seen it, and it's like in a second hand from a goblin who hasn't seen it either, so hard to
I
understand. It
mean,
could be
out
many
of
things.
character, I have my suspicions, but
I don't think I've ever used this creature before, so.
Yeah, that's how we know exactly what it is.
True. I don't know.
One creature you haven't used.
There's like a billion creatures I haven't used. But yeah, he goes into this detail about how the giants, or the wizard that brought him to this cave, warned them that if they ever set foot in that area, that it would kill them, for sure. Like, you would just die. And he did tell them, like in passing and overhearing them talking and stuff, he just says, "The wizard tell the giants that if in trouble, break ceiling part and it will fall in and it will try to kill everything in sight, even giant. It's some sort of, I don't know, some deadly trap." Out of character, just so I want to make sure it's clear, I'm indicating a save or die mechanic with this creature. Yeah.
You are indicating there is a banshee, and
No, it's not a banshee.
There are a lot of banshee-esque things.
It's not a banshee-esque thing.
Okay.
is it a Valoo-esque thing?
No.
So there are no orcs there, only the goblins you described and the giants themselves.
Forgot one thing. There, but it's hidden behind rock. Giants move rock, and they threaten us. They say, if we move rock, we feed you to giant spider. So I never actually see it. Maybe they lie. Maybe nothing behind rock. But that's what they say.
Okay, but no orcs.
I see no orc. I there for only 1 week.
Are there others like you?
Only two other goblins. Magic goblin and goblin that wear shield and armor like man.
The chief goblin.
My job to patrol, but I haven't been back in a
Yeah.
week. They probably think I dead or abandoned camp or something.
Probably don't want to go
Interesting
back.
enough.
Why would I go back?
Yeah.
Violet here. He looks over. She's so pretty.
What kind of attacks do they have? What are they weak to? Do you know anything like that?
Giant?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have specific weakness. I just know they can blow real hard to push you down, and they have big club and smack real hard. They big target, I guess, easy hit, but I not know other weakness.
Are there any archers?
No archer. Small caves, hard to shoot bow.
Mm-hmm.
They try to make use of the tight cave tunnels to block you in and waste your time. Give the giants lots of time to release trap on you, I guess.
They trust you enough that they let you go out and patrol and just assume that you'd come back?
I'm supposed to come back every night. I've not been back there for 4 nights now. They probably want to kill me on sight. Or try to hunt me down. But
That's why you want to stay with Violet.
Yeah, she keep me safe.
Is there anything else you think we should know about them?
I think I tell you everything. Oh, by the way, Violet mine. None of you take her, right?
I know want Violet.
Good, Violet mine. What are you trying to sense, Moto?
Similar to. And I don't remember if I did this for Lydia, but I think for Lydia and Ovmark, just trying to get a sense of if there's anything that they're leaving out, if it seems like they're trying to, pull one over on us.
Nope. Everything here seems honest and forthcoming, and it's expanded upon the knowledge you've already known, and some knowledge you weren't supposed to know.
Any other questions?
Violet will kind of chime in and say, giving you forewarned knowledge of a dangerous trap, I think is valuable information for you.
Is that her trying to get a tip from us?
It's basically her just implying that she let you know about a save or die, so she thinks that's very valuable in this negotiation to join and be partners.
Yes,
she's
that is
not
helpful
wrong.
Information.
Thank you, sweet little Gobbo. You can go back to work. We'll talk later. And you just, thank you. And he'll scurry off. And she'll straighten up a little bit and say, yes, I was worried when I heard about this little trap that they set up for you by a fellow wizard, nonetheless, that he's talking about. If you're worried about it, and you have some time to spare, I can investigate further to try and see what you're up against. But if you think you have it under control, by all means, I'll leave it up to you. But I will be honest with you, finding this out will be costly. Not to you, but to others. I'm afraid some may lose their lives in pursuit for research of this. If that doesn't matter to you, it matters to me. Well, she rolls a sense motive across your faces. Do any of you look like this is concerning? If you're trying to hide it, give me a bluff check. If you don't, or if you want to.
I just don't like this woman in general.
Okay.
I'm indifferent.
I'm on the fence. I feel like I'm not sure about. I don't know. It makes me a little uncomfortable.
Does it seem like
Right
she's
now.
gonna use a goblin or this goblin?
You get a strong feeling she'd probably use this goblin. It seems like if it wasn't out of character obvious, you failed to check to know he's under things. But clearly, I've hinted, he's clearly enamored with her supernaturally or magically. You get the strong feeling she's going to send this little goblin to his death to investigate this matter. If not this one, some other one. But she's telling you that. She's just letting you know that to know the effect that it does, it'll cost someone to experience it. Maybe he nat 20s to save. Maybe he lives. But it's a hard save for a little goblin to make.
Can I ask you a question, small
Of
girl?
course. Small girl. She
This
looks
thing.
up at you.
This thing stand next to you, so attracted to you, it'd do anything for you.
Mm-hmm.
Get real close. Does it have free will?
Yes.
Okay.
The magics
So
that are on
you
it.
tell it stab itself.
Oh, the magics wouldn't allow that.
Okay. What magic allow you to?
If I concentrate on the magic, I can see through his eyes. And I can tell him to do things that he's okay with doing. If it's something that he would never do, he has the free will to resist.
But can you push him to do it?
Just as someone with a silver tongue can convince you to do things, so can I. You still have your free will, but people can manipulate. And that's similar to how the magic works. Gives you a little nudge in my direction. But I don't tell him to do anything nasty or mean. This is why I'm giving you the warning. If you want me to find out what this thing does, you might put this little gobbo in danger. I'm not going to risk myself to learn about this thing. It sounds dangerous.
I want to make clear. We job free goblins. You not have free goblin. You thing we have to fix.
Are you threatening me? She kind of squints her little eyes at you.
I say we have job. Our job, not have goblin orcs be slave.
He's not my slave.
I think
Okay,
she's just trying to figure out what's going on.
Yes.
let him go home, live his own life. Make
If that's
his own
what you
choice.
want, I merely commandeered him for a few days to learn about your issues that you wanted
And
to
then
learn.
you let him go home?
If that's what you want, I thought you wanted to find out about this dangerous creature.
We don't know yet.
I mean, here's the thing. If he goes home right now, then he'll tell them we're coming.
I can make him forget he was here. If that's something that you're okay with, she looks at Oz.
It can make him realize that there's something better here without having to force it. I don't like this. Something smell funny about it.
If it wasn't obvious, he's under my control.
I know.
Yes, and
It
I
smell
plan.
funny, not just because he goblin.
I plan on releasing him from my control as soon as you. I just noticed this spell's under the slavery domain. Ooh. She says, I plan on releasing him as soon as you have your information. I was
Sorry,
planning
I should
on.
have clarified something. I'm making an assumption, John. She does smell kind of like sulfur, right?
Yes.
Okay. I assumed she would, but I'm just making sure.
What does that mean?
So we had that other interaction with that other character I wasn't super comfortable with because he smelled funny. And Oz uses her nose to determine certain things that she trusts or does not trust. And sulfur is a smell she does not like because it often is a smell that means you ruined your food.
True. But yes, once you're satisfied with your information, this goblin is free to go. I did plan on erasing his memory of this place so that he wouldn't endanger anyone with his information. But if you have other ways to ensure he poses no harm to us, I will leave him with you.
Well, we learned with the stone giants that they're keeping family members hostage, so maybe if we agree to look for their family members.
Yes, there are secret rooms in that tunnels that this goblin isn't aware of. Perhaps there are prisoners in there. Like I said, there's that secret room with that statue with the book. I don't know what else is in there. Maybe there's captured goblins.
Well, can you release him from your spell?
Right now?
We do not want him. Yeah, we don't want him to gather more information on this.
Okay, she will whistle. He will come back. And she will just put a hand on his shoulders and say, "You've done a great job. And she will, oh, is this actually dismissible? I don't think it is.
I don't think it is. I think
She will
you
just
have to
keep...
she has to have him try to do something he would not normally try to do.
Yeah, she'll just go through a bunch of things, like saying, like, go jump off that cliff for me. And she'll be like, no. And then, like, eventually he'll hit a something where he makes his save. And he'll start shaking his head and be like, Who are you?
We
Wait a
come in
minute.
peace.
She was in my head! She made me do things! I told you stuff I shouldn't have told you! I'm gonna be in trouble.
No,
Oh,
you
you can
won't.
actually stay with us.
Oh,
You won't be in trouble if you don't go back.
I have to go back.
Why?
They have family there.
What
we
if
can
we?
help rescue your family?
Oh, they
That's
don't want
right.
rescue. My brother, he won with dogs.
Oh.
He like it?
Do you like it there?
No, I don't. But he my brother. I like my brother.
You want to stay here?
No,
Do
So
you
you
know?
want to go back there?
no.
What do you
What gonna
want?
say, Gamex?
Do you know what he likes about being there?
He likes that they let him be in charge of all the goblin dogs.
So all he wants is to have dogs.
Be in charge of dogs.
What if he got a place here where he could raise goblin dogs?
They raise goblin dogs here?
His
I mean-
job is to be middle management. Or his goal is to be middle management.
I mean, we don't have anyone filling that role yet, so
Oh.
we're looking for someone.
Maybe he like here. Maybe we open goblin dog breeding. That I want to do. But how you convince my brother? He might want to attack you first. You gonna not kill him?
At the worst, we'll knock him out. We won't kill him.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Where goblin breeding place? I go there.
Why don't you look around town and see if you find a good spot for goblin dog breeding?
Oh,
You're
I
saying
pick
there
spot.
would be a new one.
I pick spot.
Yeah.
Okay. When I find spot, who I tell find back you?
Talk to Violet and the mayor.
While you're talking, Violet just has a very concerned look on her face. Okay. Thank you. Just like
Yeah.
start scurrying off towards the town. She will just like clear her throat and be like, did you clear this with the mayor?
No, but it's better than having to wipe his memory and, all the other stuff.
I guess
It's
it would
better
have.
than lot other alternative that could happen here.
Yes. I guess so.
Besides, maybe it'll be a profitable addition to the town.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well,
Start a search and rescue business with Goblin Dog.
I don't think goblin dogs listen to those sort of orders. Maybe they just need better breeding. I don't know. Is there any other things I can help you with?
I
How are you
heard
gonna-
somebody once say I need better breeding.
Well, breeding is a skill you learn. Don't take it personally. With time, you can perfect the art.
I don't like breeding.
It's not for everyone. Some people
I
don't.
highly doubt that. You breed with Katara all the time.
Oh my.
Different.
That not breeding.
Oh. What is it?
Katara not spray seed.
Oh. Oh, forgive me. I
Okay,
thought you were. Oh.
Learned enough here.
You're not concerned about this creature that could kill you?
The goblin.
Many things could kill us.
Oh, you mean that one?
Yes, many things could
figure it
kill
out.
you, but this thing was brought here specifically to kill you. I fear if they've learned anything about you, I would assume it's geared toward your weaknesses.
I appreciate the concern.
All right.
Thank you for the information.
Your plan to use life of goblin and orc in order to get information you want, to get your goal accomplished. You know better than giant if that your way do things.
I could use another race if you prefer.
I would prefer not slavery.
If it's against their nature, they wouldn't do it. Or resist it. Anyways, I would rather... Sometimes you have to choose a life other than yours. If you want to risk your own life, all the power to you. I don't want to risk my own life to learn what something does in a moment.
There are ways to risk other lives than slavery. What you think four of us doing right now? We risk our life to end slavery.
I'd like to just have on the record that I don't think what I'm doing is slavery, but
We know.
I see your point.
Thank you for the information. I try and start.
You should probably wash up. You smell bad.
Excuse me?
That's rude.
You smell like stink of burnt food.
Oh.
Oz.
Yeah,
Don't
sorry
say
about
things
that.
like that.
It's okay. Our kind naturally give off this smell. It's unfortunate where our patronage comes from.
I was told by someone else that smell come from dark magic.
Oz, let's go. I'm gonna pinch her hard on the ass as we walk out. Don't do that.
See? Greeting!
Why you do that?
Farewell. She'll
Don't
wave at
fucking
you as you...
insult people we're talking to. You don't have to say every single thing you think.
She smelled terrible.
Keep it to your fucking self.
She smelled like that guy. You think maybe they breeding?
Okay.
I
I think
don't
we should
think
take
so.
a break because my headphones are about to die and then they can charge for a little bit
Yes.
on break.
Let's take a break. Boom. We are back. And you guys have just left Violet's little in construction wizard tower where you found out about a save or die. What do you guys want to do?
Talk.
Yeah, you guys can head back to the inn that you're...
Steven, we can't hear you.
Her offer to us was that she can look into this for us, but it's going to take some amount of time and be costly to somebody.
Yes.
Yeah, she offered, basically her plan would be to dominate someone, look through their eyes as they trigger the trap, and get the information from that. That's essentially
I basically
her...
told her we're not interested in that. Though.
Yeah, no, I'm making sure I'm understanding what had been said correctly.
Yeah, unless you... That's her idea. If you guys have any other ideas to posit to her, she sounds like she's willing to help. That was just like her way that she could think of doing it. But yeah, you guys can discuss about what you want to do about it. You can head back to your tavern that you're hanging out at.
Yeah.
Discuss. Or did you want to head back to Miss Serpentwind to let her know about the information? Just she asked for feedback on her wizard.
Oh, no, I think we'd want to discuss as a group first before
Sure.
Well, you don't want me to go back and tell her my feedback on her...
No, on her smell?
Yeah.
No.
Listen, Oz, if we do end up working with her, I'll see what I can do to make her like some perfume and soap and stuff, okay?
Might not help. I always smell. That smells terrible.
But yeah, you guys can make your way back to the tavern you're staying at. Find a nice table that can accommodate all of you. Sit around, order some drinks, some food, and discuss.
Do you think she'd be able to like scry on that location since she's been looking through the goblin's eyes and would be familiar with that area?
She needs someone to scry on.
Mm-hmm.
She could scry on the giants, right? Maybe?
She doesn't know any. Does she directly know any of the giants? Then, if not, the DC is super hard for scrying. I'm explaining this all out of character, obviously.
Yeah.
My characters know shit about this.
She does not.
I mean, I would trust Oz to educate me on the finer points of magic.
So first of all, what did you all think of, let's go back and start where we started with, the mayor's offer. What did you think of the mayor? How did you feel about that?
Mayor seemed fine. I retire here, it'd be nice we work for them inside.
Yeah, I could see a place here for us. Like, I mean, she'd build me in my own lab, my own shop. That would be awesome.
Didn't that sound a little too good to be true? Is that just me?
She want make place big. Need big people come see.
And like...
Yeah, but can she really promise that much?
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like, you know, if it becomes a problem, then we deal with it when it becomes a problem. I'll kind of pull out a bomb. I have good ways of getting out of my problems. Anytime there's a problem, I just throw one of these and right away I have a different problem. And we could legally have a fight club. I'll kind of look over at Gamix. Wouldn't have to worry about being shaken down for doing illegal activities.
You're
So
muted.
it sounded like she was...
You're muted, Michelle.
We would still have to set the entire.
We'd have to what?
Set the entire thing up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how hard could it be? Just get some people to punch each other.
So it sounded like she was also open to the possibility of us finishing our work with the giants before starting work with them. What did you all think of that option?
I think that would be the better option, and I think we could convince her of it if we pose it to her as if the more goblins and orcs that we free, the more people we could get to come to the town to become productive members with their talents.
Does anyone have any hesitations about working with her and moving here? Is that what you feel like you want to do, either now or after we deal with the giants?
I mean,
I say after.
I would be inclined to do it after. I don't have any strings tied me down anywhere, so this is as good a place as any. And if I'm getting a place that offers my own shop, what more could I ask for?
GameX, what do you think?
I mean, I don't really have any problems with him.
So you're open to the possibility of us dealing with the giants and kind of finishing out that leg of our work with Ronald and then transitioning to work with Komodo?
Oh,
I mean, if we finish our job, then it's not like we're abandoning Ronald either. We're doing the thing that he asked us to do, so.
maybe want to check in with him and make sure he's not expecting anything after.
Yeah, that
So
could be
we're
a
all
good
on the
idea.
same page.
Also see what he thinks of this. I mean, I trust him and he might have some insights on whether this is a good idea or not.
So you want to go ask the mage to do a sending for us?
Yeah, no, maybe not her.
Well, we can't exactly go to any other towns right now.
Yeah, I know. Tricky.
Only one of us could learn Sundarn.
Can
Could
you
you?
learn sending?
Not right now.
It is not even on my spell list.
It is on mine, but I have to be a 5th level caster. So we're talking about not until I'm like level 13 can I even use it.
Hmm.
Maybe we could. Oh. Instead of doing our entire conversation through her, we see if there's somewhere he could meet us.
Yeah, that could be a possibility.
Do they have any squirrel messengers here?
No.
That's another thing we need to tell the mayor to add to this town. Gavin has these little squirrels that will send messages for you. It's quite handy.
They have regular messenger services, though. Like sending a physical person to go deliver a message.
Yeah, that seems slow.
A little bit.
True.
Do we know, would there be anybody else who'd be capable of sending in Komodo?
Possibly, but unlikely. It wouldn't be like known. You'd have to like go ask around. Why are you opposed to Violet doing it for you?
It just seems like there could be a potential conflict of interest there.
Yeah, possibly.
You smell bad.
Well, we could go the route of what Gimmick suggested and asking if Ronald could meet us somewhere, or that might be challenging with whatever he's dealing with right now, but I feel like it would be awkward to bring up that we don't want to send it all through her. I don't know how to get around that piece. Guess just that we need some discretion.
I'll be right back. Dot gets up and goes to her room.
What are you doing in your room?
That was abrupt.
Dot wants to make some deodorizing agent.
Sure. Is there an actual alchemical item?
Yes, it's called
Oh.
deodorizing agent.
Oh, okay, I thought you were just like saying it randomly.
To be clear, that's not going to instantly change Oz's feelings towards her.
Is it actually going to change the smell? Like, could it overwhelm that?
I think it actually can, or at least mute it.
It says creatures that rely on scent for locating creatures do not gain the benefit of this ability against a creature affected by a dose of deodorizing agent.
Yep.
Hmm. Do they give me the DC for this thing? Da-da-da-da. DC 25. Yeah, give me that craft check. Ooh. I don't think that's a fail enough that you waste the materials, but you think you just do not succeed. So you can give me one more check since you're under the effects of your potion. Because you would make... Oh, it wasn't meant to be. You can't make any
Twas
today.
not meant to be.
Yeah. Nothing today, and I'll say you lose like 10 GP trying to do this.
Okay. Dot might make some slightly frustrated noises.
Yeah, it's like still kind of early in the day, so there's no complaints, but the orc chef will kind of poke his head out as he hears it and just like look at the table of you guys and look back up at the room and just make like a scowl and then go back in the kitchen.
It's fair.
Dot's... Is there only one way in or out of the inn?
Yes.
Okay. Dot will come down muttering to herself, and she'll just kind of, you know, wave to the party and leave.
What?
And she's going back to Violet.
Yeah.
Would that be clear from what you said? Or what,
No.
like,
I literally just walked up to my room, you heard some noise, and then I came back down and just, you know, I looked frustrated and I just kind of like put a hand up as I'm walking out the door.
Yeah, before we jump to that, is there anything the party wants to talk about while Dot is doing some random things that you guys don't know what she's doing?
I mean, I guess we'd pause it just because I don't want to have these like big important conversations without Dot there. I'd be really annoyed that she just randomly left, but I'm not gonna chase after her unless she's, you know, doesn't come back for a while, I guess.
Okay, well then we can just go to Dot real quick. It's like a 10-minute walk to Violet's under construction wizardy area, and yeah, you can come back in, and we'll switch back to our Violet music. Yeah, she says, Dot, what a pleasant surprise. What are
Hey.
you doing here?
Oh, I just had a thought. You wouldn't happen to be able to, send messages magically, can you?
Oh, you bet I could. Simple magic. Every wizard worth her salt learns such a thing when they can.
I basically just would like to get in touch with Ronald and ask him to contact us.
Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with Ronald. I know
Do you-
I've heard of him, but I've never met the dwarf.
I don't suppose you have share memory, do you?
I do. If you want to share a memory with me, with Ronald, I'm sure that will suffice for me to send him a few words.
Yes, please.
Sure. She'll rub her hands together, say the magic words, and put her hands on your temple. And what memory of Ronald are you sharing with her?
I'm going to share the memory of Ronald telling us about the ogres. Not the ogres, but the giants. The marrows and the veds.
You can share the memory. And after some time, she'll nod and say, "Oh, that's who people talk about. And it's good to put a face to a name. I can send him up to 25 words, and he can respond with such. What do you want me to send him?"
I just need... ask him... let's see. Tell him that... Katara and Oz need... Well, not just our party. Katara's party needs... to talk to him and to please contact us.
Very well. This will take a little bit of time. I believe 10 minutes for me to send this message. So if you want to wait here, I'll be back.
Thank you.
Yeah, so 10 minutes will go by. You can just watch as a lot of goblins and orcs are working here and making structures and stuff and just working on this tower, constructing it. And 10 minutes will pass and she'll come back and say, Ronald says he will get in touch with you. I think there is a powerful wizard. I've heard of them, Evron. I think we'll send word to Katara to figure out what's going on.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Best of luck.
I will thank her again and head back to the tavern.
I'm gonna tip her? Jeez.
Yeah, you can head back to the tavern. The rest of the party awkwardly drinking and eating, waiting for your member to come back. And Dot will come back in looking very pleased with herself.
Alright, I solved the problem.
No, wait, where the fuck did you go? You ran off to your room. You ran out.
Look, I was trying to make something so that Oz doesn't have to smell Violet, but didn't work. And then I just thought, instead of talking about how we're going to get a message, why not just send a message to Ronald and have him contact us? So that's what I did. Everyone's going to be in touch with us.
Why did you just decide to do that on your own? That's not how being in a party works, you know.
I was just frustrated.
You need
Have
to
you
develop
ever-
a little more patience. Jeez.
I'm normally very good at stuff, and I literally wasted ingredients trying to make this damn deodorizing agent, and I just want to cut out the middleman and get to this.
Oz can handle the smell even though she finds it unpleasant. You don't need to fix that. Oz just needs to be better about not bitching about it, because that's awkward.
He smelled terrible.
Yeah, you made that clear to all of us, including her. If only you had some sense of social nicety.
Listen, it's hard when you have an extra sense and you want to do something, or when you smell something and you can't avoid it. I kind of understand where Oz is coming from. I'm just trying to help.
So anyway, we have been, I don't know, talking about some pretty important decisions we need to make. Maybe we can go back to that.
Yes.
So it sounds like people are interested in potentially working with the
Katara,
Komodo.
mid-sentence in your head, you hear this elvish voice. Are you okay? Emergency? I can teleport in 2 days' time outside of Komodo to speak if needed. Ronald.
How do I respond?
You can just mentally
Wait.
respond, but you have 25
Elvish
words.
voice? Ronald?
It's from Ronald. They were
Well,
low on words, so the message is from
It's
Ronald, but
Evron.
you hear Evron, but the
It's
message
an
is from
Evron's
Ronald.
voice.
Yeah.
I thought Ronald had sending.
Does he? Well, he didn't have it prepared today.
Okay. He might not. I can't.
It's a good
I
way
honestly
to get
can't
out of it,
remember.
John.
Oh no, I was one level short. Oh no, I had it. I did have sending. Okay. But yes, that's fine.
Okay, first I'll just relay. I just got a message. I guess it's from Ronald. Didn't sound like him, but he wanted to know if it was an emergency and said he could teleport outside Komodo in 2 days' time to talk with us if needed. So, I think we can tell him it's not an emergency, but we do need to speak with him and would appreciate meeting him in 2 days. And give him a point, approximate location, I guess. Any edits before I message back?
That sounds good to me.
Okay. I will send back. No emergency, but we do need to speak with you. Soon would be ideal. Lets me out of, well, I guess I don't know where he can, tell us where you will be teleporting to and we can meet you there. Appreciate your help.
Yeah, you feel as if the message has been sent, and you can resume talking.
Well, that was a little disruptive, but great that he came through. Thanks, Dot, for making that happen. So it seems like we are wanting to get Ronald's perspective on potentially working with, what was it? What's that mayor's name?
Lydia?
Layla. No, Lydia's Violet, right?
Oh, yeah, well, you're going to be working with both of them, but yeah.
Yeah. So working with the mayor and with Violet in the future, it would also be good because then we can update him on what we've learned on the Veds and Marrow and see if he has any advice going into our
Layla
our
is the mayor's
dealing
name.
with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Lydia is Violet.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
So I think that seems like a good idea. Lydia or Violet, yeah, it seems kind of weird. I don't know, the stuff with the goblin wasn't great. What did you all think of her?
We've done some not so great things ourselves, haven't we?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we want to be aligning ourselves with people who are doing it right when we first meet them in front of us.
She smelled terrible.
What does it mean when she smells terrible?
You can't trust someone who smells like they burnt dinner.
Well, I don't trust her to cook me dinner.
No, is bad thing. If you smell like you burnt dinner, it mean you not care for what you do. Like weird man that smell bad. And not trust him.
Weird man?
Yes, he meet us by ocean. When
Oh, that
between
man.
outside Rachel.
I'm just saying, like, if we want to have an influence on someone not taking slaves, what better way than to be there to personally make sure they don't?
Yeah.
Maybe even, you know, influence the city laws that it's illegal here to have, you know, slavery or dominion over people without their consent.
Yeah, I like the idea of working with Layla better than working with Lydia, but I guess it's a package deal.
Well, we do have to give our opinions.
What did you think of the information that Violet had gotten for us?
I mean, it was definitely useful, especially the whole trap that they were talking about. Like, that sounds even more dangerous than the caster thing that they had on the leash at the stone giant.
Yeah, the level of detail about the setup at the Veds was definitely helpful, though it did come for basically enslaving that goblin for a time. It's hard because the Marrows we have less information, but it seems less dangerous, so I'm thinking
Marrows
maybe we
have
should...
water. You swim? I know swim.
I could potentially learn how to make potions of water breathing, but
That's
I don't.
not swimming. I know swim well. I swim okay. Not well. Also, I wear all this. Let's make hard. You swim well?
I don't know. I've never really done so recreationally.
Kit, you swim well? Chemex, that metal thing, it rusts, right? In water?
And also,
Oh, we have
Where's it at?
gimmicks put their fist in the water and boil the water.
It take a lot of heat to boil water. You not understand how cook work at all. How you make potion? Maybe all potion not need be hot, do they?
I'll hold up a vial of, it looks like it was supposed to be kind of a milky, but it's kind of more of a like yellowish color, and it smells like rotten eggs. And I'm like, I don't always do well, do I?
Cooking is hard.
I basically made a stink bomb.
I recommend you use this to chop. No, I kid. Unless giant, then you use this chop.
So you think we should deal with the Veds first because of the swimming issue?
And the fact that we have more information on them, it'll be closer to Komodo. It'll be probably, at least we know what we're up against a little bit more.
Yeah, we have to figure out what to do with that undead creature, though.
We need a priest.
You know one?
Not
If
exactly.
it whale that can kill, maybe we can get protection from kill.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Could be.
She get protection from arrow. We get protection from fire before. Maybe they're protection from kill.
Do we know, is it the noise that the creature makes? Is that what kills things?
No idea. If only you had someone to experiment with it.
You know the
Sicko
experiment I now
GM.
want to do? It's whether or not she still talks after I cut off her head.
Yeah, the information you got is that it's constantly wailing. The goblin would have described it sounds like 100 voices are just like wailing and annoying. And he was told if he got close to it, he would die. That's all you know. Now, there are methods to try to figure this out. I don't want to give you the answers, but perhaps you'll think of things I didn't even think
I
of.
know how to do it, John. I walk in the room and I see if I die.
Well, if you want to risk your characters like that, you can definitely do that.
Is there a library in Komodo?
There is no library here yet.
Okay.
But the benefit of having a mage in Komodo is where there's a mage, library or a wizard, libraries will follow.
You could ask Violet to have access to her personal library, if she has one. You guys don't seem very keen about Violet.
I mean, she's smelly, have you heard?
It is a smelly, dirty tiefling.
What is a tiefling?
A demon, like a half demon creature.
Yeah. Let's get the Pathfinder description. Simultaneously,
Follow, like fornicating with dark creatures.
tieflings are the offspring of humans and fiends. So they're often shunned because of their appearance. A lot of time they have horns and tails and stuff. But yeah, they definitely have fiendish blood that runs in their veins. One tiefling might appear as a human with small horns and a tail, and oddly colored eyes, while another might manifest mouth fangs, tiny wings, and claws, so a lot of them look a little different. And they usually face a lot of prejudice from other races, because they stink. But yeah, often people shun them because they are seen as like allied with like demons and stuff. So
John. Ronald has at least one object that could protect us from this. You gave it to us during the game, and we never ended up having it come into play. But they protect against death effects.
What?
Those scarabs of protection. If that's what this is. We obviously don't know. But
yeah, it may or may not help.
We could also ask Ronald if he has any ideas what this is. He is a holy man, so he has knowledge of religion.
do you have holes? I see.
I'm sure he
Well,
does somewhere.
Is that why he wear all that metal tied
Like-
holes?
Because of the Swiss cheese, man.
I finally understand now.
Is there anything else we want to talk about or do before we connect with Ronald?
I don't have anything.
Yeah. So if you told Ronald it wasn't an emergency, he will plan to be here in a few days' time. Is there anything you guys want to do before then? Do you want to meet back up with Layla to let her know about her Archmage and to fire her immediately because she's an enslaver? Or what?
I would rather wait to talk to Layla until after we've talked to Ronald.
Okay.
If the group is good with
Even
that.
though I want to tell her that she should fire her Archmage because she's an evil slaver.
I do actually want to go shopping for other scrolls to see if they have them here. They
Sure.
might
What are you
not.
looking for?
Level 1 scroll called Touch of the Sea.
Touch of the Sea.
What
Hey,
does that do?
does it ask first?
Yes, you could definitely find this here, being a port town. It helps people swim for a minute per level.
Touched
And
by the sea.
consensually. And then the other one is water breathing.
Ooh, that one is a little more rare. So give me a D100 on that one. High is good. Ooh. Yeah, none in stock, but you do recall with your intelligence that Violet specifically mentioned water breathing could help you. Perhaps she knows the spell. Perhaps you could learn it from her.
The only downside to Touch of the Sea is we would not have a lot of time. This is minutes per level. But it would be... Yes.
Yeah, that's better than rounds.
I know, but 8 minutes in the water is not necessarily enough time to get to them and then kill them. But it's better than nothing at this point, because the marrow is still the thing I'm the most worried about. I'm honestly far less afraid of John's, I got a spooky insta-kill effect, than I am, I could drown the whole party by
player,
accident.
John. You gonna kill him in revenge for being a jerkface?
No.
Yeah, he's trying.
Yeah, I think that if they don't have a scroll of it, that I probably would visit Violet at that
By
point.
yourself?
Yeah, no,
That's
nobody
her
else.
favorite thing to do.
Nobody else likes her.
What about the rest of the party while Dot's out shopping? Any specific things?
I'd go visit with my family. Check
Okay.
in on my
Yeah,
younger
I'll just
brother.
follow around Katara. As much as I want to go
And
cut
I
off
will
Violet's head,
remind
I'm
her
holding
not
it
to
down.
call my parents mom and dad, but not to call them not mom and not dad, and just to use their actual first names, not to talk about anything sexual, and generally just to be polite, quiet, and smile.
So I can't say, Mom, you're really hot.
My God.
Actually, you're not going to come with me to my family.
You know what? Instead, don't call Katara's dad. Call him daddy.
Oh my God.
No. You're not helping.
Okay, I guess I stay here.
Yep.
What about...
Bartender! I need every drink.
Now I start pouring. What about Gamix?
Well, I was gonna offer to spar, but I guess you're a little busy now.
Drinking time. I don't want spar. I might accidentally kill you.
Okay. Whatever, we'll just sit here and drink then. Good
Good.
enough for me.
You have drink. You old enough now. Oh wait, that a different world.
What?
Sorry. I drunk.
Already?
John,
Yes.
I took 25 GP off my sheet
I always drunk.
for the Touch of the Sea scroll.
Yeah. And you can make your
Cheers.
way... Yeah. The party drinks. Other parties at visiting family. They love the amount of time you're here, spending the days with them. And... Dot, you go back and see Violet. And she is surprised to see you once again. And she says, Dot, again, by yourself. Did I make a
Yeah.
poor impression on the rest of them?
I mean, I feel like that they may have made a poor impression on you. I'm sorry that my other friend called you stinky.
Not at all. I fear my magical persuasion on the goblin upset your friends. I
Yeah.
didn't know you would take it so poorly.
Well, the thing is, like, our whole party is about freeing people from enslavement, and it's a gray area, but it's...
Yes. I mean, I didn't do it for the fun of it. I did it to, unfortunately, learn about these giants without causing danger to myself. But I see the issues that you have with it. Perhaps if we work together, I can think of more creative ways to get what I need without doing such things again.
Well, and, you know, if it'll shut my friend up, I am trying to work on a thing that would make them blind to the way that you smell.
Oh, they were serious about that. Do I really smell?
He says you smell like burnt food, which is very bad for him.
I thought they were making a
Her.
jab at... I thought they were making a jab at my heritage. Many people do. But can they actually smell a different scent from me?
She's very perceptive. She's tracked people down just by smelling them.
I see. Well, I'll see if I can do something to help with that.
Well, I'm working on it. I was a little bit upset the other day when I came to see you because I was actually working on it then and it didn't go so well, but you know, can't make a cake without breaking a few eggs, right? The reason I'm here today is you had mentioned water breathing. Do you happen to know that?
I do. And I can assume from your question you want to learn it.
I do, but I'm not asking for a handout. I'll take out the compact spell book that we got from the gargoyle, and I'll say, perhaps if I show you mine, you'll show me yours?
That is usually how these arrangements work, but she'll kind of push the book aside and put an arm around you and say, even if the rest of your friends don't take well to me and the mayor's offer, perhaps we could have a relationship.
Yeah?
She's trying to scoop up Dot.
The mind controller.
It would, I think, be beneficial for both of us if we shared our knowledge and helped one another out. Her eyes still the same blue, more bright blue than that you saw before. She looks you over and says, I must know, why do you radiate such powerful magic? I can't pinpoint the item. It seems to radiate from you. If you share with me this special thing you have or do, you're welcome to learn water breathing from me.
Well, in that case, it's something rather unique I've discovered. Yeah, you remember they were Oz was talking about the giant's horn?
Yes, I remember.
Well, during that ceremony, I seem to have gotten the favor of a certain deity, and I learned this odd potion that allows me to be a lot more efficient.
Huh. Interesting. Can you detect magic? I forget what your...
Not exactly. I mostly am able to identify magical items, but I sadly don't have the ability to just casually detect magic.
I see. Do you know which god gave you this favor?
That would be...
You could just answer with a yes or no. Do you know? Yeah.
That would be Ariel.
Fascinating. I'm not one of a scholar of the gods. It is odd you radiate strong necromancy. I'm not sure if Ariel takes kindly to that school. Perhaps she does. I'm not learned in these things. I will rather do some research on it, though. But you held your end of the bargain. Here you go. She'll snap her fingers, and this book just kind of like pops into her hand. She'll flip through a few pages, open it up, put it on the table. Feel free to write your formulae. I know the magic words don't really translate well, so I know you write it differently.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you can... Do you auto-learn these spells? I forget. If you take 10...
Let me see. I'm trying to think what the DC is.
I believe it's 15 plus spell level.
Okay, so I wouldn't auto-learn it because I've only got a plus 13 to spellcraft.
But you can take 10, so you can learn it. Excellent. you can write down water breathing and add it to your book.
Excellent.
Anything else you want to discuss with Violet, or we can go back to you rejoining the party?
No, I will thank her again and say, hopefully, I think this will help us with the saltwater people.
I hope so. Best of luck. I hope you end up working together. I hope all of you decide to work together with us. If not, I hope you at least consider how fruitful our relationship could be.
Indeed.
Best of luck.
Good day.
She'll nod. And you guys can be rejoined eventually. As unless there's anything specific you want to meet up and chat about. If not, we can go to Ronald's visit. All right.
I don't think there's
Yeah.
anything else for me.
If anyone needs to, they can hit another rest, as you guys will rest, and in the morning, Ronald will have prepared sending today, and he will sending to you, Qatar, and say, meet outside Komodo, half a day's hike. Evron will be with me. I'll teleport in and we can talk.
Great.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you guys, when you're ready, Dot, you are still under the effects, wide awake. You still have your buff. And you guys can make your way half hike outside the city. And in the spot where you teleported in, you will see Evron and Ronald waiting for you. Ronald will greet you warmly. Ah, it's good to see you. I got worried when I got your message, Dot. But I'm glad it wasn't an emergency.
Yes, sorry for the subterfuge. We just were trying to not blab everything that, it's easier to keep a secret if you're not telling an intermediary.
Fair enough. So what is it? What do you need?
Well, we have some updates for you, and we wanted to get your perspective on things. So, we have learned more about the Ved and Marrow giants.
Excellent.
Not as much about the Marrow, unfortunately, but we can relay what we have at least. So it sounds like there are 5 of them. One of them's the chief. They have a skull of some ancient sea creature that they sit on. And they don't have any minions, it seems. No goblins or orcs or anything.
That's good.
That they are generally above water, but their treasure is underwater, and obviously, we know their general tactic is to try and get their foes underwater and drown them. And then for the Ved giants, we learned quite a bit more. So there's 5 of them, 5 of the giants. They know all about us, our names and everything. So sounds like they are definitely prepared for us. There is a goblin chief with a couple of goblin dogs. There's a moss troll that blocks the doorway to this series of caves, I guess. And a magic goblin. And then there's some kind of trap. It sounds like it involves an undead creature, and you can basically instantly die from either it's screaming or there's something it can do that can kill you in one fell swoop.
Oh my!
But there might also be a giant spider. But they said if you break the ceiling of the cave, that undead creature would try and kill everything, so that might help in terms of, it would go after the giants then too, we think.
It sounded like it was wailing, like 100 voices wailing or something like that.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
If Steve wants to roll me a knowledge religion from his old character, sure.
Yes.
See if Ronald can piece it together.
Oh yeah, his knowledge of religion was terrible.
Oh no.
I haven't quite heard of that, but back in my day, we fought a creature that a whale could kill you. Perhaps this will help. And he'll offer up this scarab. Who wants it? As he looks to your party, who reaches out a hand for it.
Oh, it should go to the leader. You take it.
Alright, he will hand it to Katara, and you can do what you would with it. That'll save you if it's a banshee or some sort of effect that will try to kill you instantly, but it doesn't work against everything like that. It works similar to the spell Death Ward. If any of you know about that spell?
No,
As I
tell us.
search for...
Can we do a spellcraft?
Yeah, you can do spellcraft to know about the spell.
Is that a metal band?
Katara. Just hold on, let me just make sure. There we go. Gifted to Katara. Spellcrafts are enough to know, I think. It's only a... Oh, Gamix, you don't know about it. But Dot knows all about it, but Rana will also explain. Death Ward. It does not protect you against of attacks, even those that that cause death. It specifically is against very evil magics that have this sort of mark on them. So it depends on what the effect is. You'll have to find out. I'm not sure it'll work. But that scarab, if it's a sound-based attack, it'll help at least. Absorb some damage. But only from the wearer of it. Otherwise, it looks at you, Dot. You can learn that spell that's used to make that item, but it might be out of your reach. You can get a scroll of it, and you could still use it. Or, how do alchemists use scrolls? I don't know how that would work. I guess in there were it would be like a page of formulae that you would temporarily can create the thing. I guess I don't know. But yes, if you can get a formulae page, you could attempt to use it with a good enough in the moment attempt. It lasts a minute per amount of experience you have. It's about 5 or 6 minutes or something like that. So if you know you're going in within the immediate time, you could cast it on someone or multiple people if you get multiple pages of it.
Does the scarab do I have to do something to like activate it
No.
or no?
Nope. You just have to wear it.
Well, thank you for this. I appreciate that. I also wanted to get your
By the way, it also passively just protects you against spells that can be resisted. You'll be very anti-magic with that.
I wonder if then actually Oz should wear it.
I'm not sure. I only have one. It's a very rare and an expensive item. But it also absorbs energy-draining attacks, death effects, and negative energy effects. But it only absorbs 12 such of attacks. I don't actually know how many charges it has in it. We were given it... I luckily never had to use it. I hope you have just as much luck.
Thank you. We can discuss later as a party who should be wearing it. We wanted to get your opinion on a couple things. So both our kind of approach to dealing with these two sets of giants, and then the mayor of Komodo had offered us to work with her. She is interested in us being a business partner, and we were wondering if you know anything about her, and just to see, what you think of her potential offer.
Serpent Wind. I don't know everything about her. I'm told since her unjust arrest and subsequent freeing, she was previously arrested by the Crown and released by some sort of events. she seems to have made a name for herself in Komodo.
I mean, she's the mayor. What does it mean to make a name for yourself when you're the mayor?
Well, she didn't used to be the mayor. She, like I said, she was in jail. So she made a name for herself by becoming the mayor of Komodo. She has a talent for rising through the ranks politically. I think Bissy's had some words with her a few times and been impressed with her ability to turn a phrase. Coming from Bissy, that's high praise. Naturally, I was curious about her. There's not much known about her past. But what I've seen from stories and tales, where she goes, it seems that... Well, I don't want to be biased. It sounds like you're contemplating working with her instead of me. What is the situation you're thinking about? You said business partners. What does this mean?
She is interested in us, in being able to offer us work. I don't know that we would necessarily have to be exclusive with her, but this is something where we are considering the possibility, but this would be for after we have dealt with both remaining sets of giants.
Oh, after the giant stuff. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't know if you had other work that you were hoping or planning.
No. She also says she wants us to work with her and take credit for giant stuff.
Yes, but that's not something I am interested in us doing.
Well, no, I not either. I just make sure it would be clear. She say that.
Huh. Well, I don't want to decide for you. What I've heard of her is I'd be careful dealing with her. I'm told she used to be a follower of Azrael. And I'm told she's not a faithful woman anymore, after prison. But once a follower of Azrael, always a follower of Azrael, if you ask me. I'm not a fan of those that give in to their chaotic nature and never know what they're gonna do. But she seems to, I mean, she's been the mayor for quite some time and hasn't done anything that I would say is bad or anything. Not that followers of Azrael are naturally bad. They just do random things sometimes. And they like to cause chaos. But she's kind of doing the opposite of that. She's a mayor, instilling order. So, I don't know. Maybe she's switched the deity she follows. I haven't... These are just the rumors I've heard.
So the rumors are that she isn't necessarily trustworthy?
Not that she's not trustworthy. I haven't heard her breaking any deals or betraying anyone.
Oh, I thought you were saying you didn't think we could trust her.
I'm just saying you never know if she does still cling to her ways of Azrael. You never know what you're getting into. But if I did say that, I misspoke. Maybe I'm being a little biased, letting my bias come through. Can you really trust someone who gives into chaotic nature? Sorry, Gamix, what were you saying?
More so be cautious.
Cautious, that's what I mean to say. Be cautious, be cautious.
Do you have plans for us after the giants?
Personally, I do not. But once that's done, I hope to clear your name back home. The case is proceeding well, by the way. Just avoid Yuno and Rachel for now, if you can. There is a warrant for your arrest. But we are fighting the case. I plan to bring it to the council and speak to Bissy privately about it. I'll explain the situation. I'm sure Bissy will pull for us in the meeting. He... don't spread this around, but he pretty much is the council, if you ask me. If he wants his way, they'll follow Bissy. He made a strong impression with them, and he pretty much set up the council himself. Yeah, you probably heard of the tales of Bisaba.
Bisaba the Great.
Bisaba the Phoenix.
Caw-caw!
I don't think they make that noise, but... that old Phoenix group made a name for themselves.
In part, we were thinking of, what Layla presented seemed like a nice possibility for kind of a retirement of sorts. You know, Doc could have a magic shop, and Gamix could,
Wow.
you know, have a fighting ring, and she seemed to promise a lot. I don't know if it could really all come to bear, but
Well, there have been a lot more, they have made more requests for workers, and we've been sailing them across. So they have been intending to build, it seems. I don't have any objections to it, but I'm sure Bisaba would have plans for you all. You've gained much power in your travels, and when people get to a certain strength, there are always things to be done, but also retirement does call. You've done a dangerous deed, and I don't know if you want to keep risking your lives once you've accomplished so much. You set out to free the goblins and orcs, and your task is almost done.
yeah, that's a work in progress. But oh wait, so we wanted to talk also about our plans. So we're thinking first to deal with the Veds because we have more information about them. The Marrows, it's harder to know what to do. I know Dot has been trying to get some spells to help us handle them better, but if you have any advice on dealing with either groups and our kind of plan of Veds first, then Marrows, we would appreciate any guidance you may have.
I'm not sure what drives your decision, and I don't know what you find important, but we have heard reports from Lighthelsen that the Veds have led some raiding parties, and they have had some success raiding into that town. The Marrows have launched some attacks on Aldebaran, but Aldebaran was attacked previously, many years ago, and has been fortified since then. They did not have any success doing anything other than scratch a few stones off their walls before being shunned away. So, in terms of threats, the Veds pose more of a threat, as Lighthelsen is not nearly as defended as Aldebaran.
So you agree, it sounds like, with our thought to deal with the Veds first?
Yes, but I wouldn't walk into that creature you told me about without knowing what it can do. It would be a shame if you cut your journey short due to lack of preparation.
Do you have any suggestions on how we can prepare?
It's tough if you can't identify it. My first goal would be to try to figure out what the heck you're dealing with.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get close enough without, potentially being damaged or killed by it.
Or risking someone else's life.
Yes.
Indeed. I know Bisaba, there's tales of Bisaba. I'm not sure if you have someone in your group who can do this. Bisaba used to be known for sending an illusion of himself, and he could control at far distances. Can any of you do something like that? Perhaps you can send an illusion to trigger the trap?
Sounds very fancy.
Yes.
I can't.
Maybe it's some bardish magic. I can't do that either.
Link? Can they do this? Ah, no, okay. It is a archetype. You have to do it as an alchemist.
Would it just be like a image, not what kind of an illusion?
I'm not quite sure how the magic worked, but Bisaba used to be able to control it like it was himself, and I believe he could learn things that the illusion learned. I don't know, I'm just spitballing ideas. I don't know if you have anything like that. Otherwise, As I look through Ronald's items. Why did it blood of 2 werewolves? What the heck was that?
I'll take that.
What kind of spells do you have? Does augury help at all? That'll just tell you if it goes bad or good. Well, I mean, if you want, I can plead with the gods to ask them if your plan will go well before you execute it. I could get an answer for that. Otherwise... don't think I can do anything else that can really help you that much.
Thanks for thinking about it.
Let me check if Everon has anything. Because Everon is here listening.
Does Everon understand the magic of what kind of an illusion it was?
Everon would know that, so I will double check Bissy's spell that did that. Unless Steve remembers what spell that was.
Yeah, Bissy's spell was monstrous.
Oh, that's right.
Physique, I think, or something like that.
It was something monstrous because you can create it like it looks like a worse version of yourself.
I can just go to Roll20.
That's what I'm doing right now. Bissy's spell list. He had, everyone will chime in and say it was Fearsome Duplicate? No,
There you go. Yep,
Was that
Fearsome
one?
Duplicate.
You create a larger, more menacing version of yourself. Yeah. They'll explain that it was an illusion that could go quite far and could be controlled by the caster. And they could see, hear, taste, and smell everything as if they were actually there. And learn things. So that's how they scouted a lot. But Everon will see if they have anything that could help with this as well.
Also, could everyone identify what that creature is?
They'll try. But again, I'll apply penalties for not second-hand knowledge, although your check is nuts. You rolled a 40. Everyone thinks. And no matter what your roll is, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, but they can give you a little more detail of what they think it might be. Because not seeing something is very difficult. There's several creatures that you could describe that meet that criteria. But I will give you a little more hint. Everyone will say, when you describe multiple voices screaming, it sounds like it's a swarm creature. It sounds like it might be multiple things combined into one. So, it's most likely a swarm. What kind of swarm? Not sure. But, yeah. If you had some sort of visual indication of it, I could tell you exactly what it is. But without seeing it or having any sort of...
do not.
Yeah. No idea. But it definitely sounds like it's some
Thank
sort
you.
of swarm. Yeah. And,
Is there anything we should know about how to approach swarm creatures, or does it really
yes,
depend
you
on
need a
what type it
special...
is?
Yeah, if you want to smack it, you need a special way to do so, or else you'll do no damage to it. There's a special item you can buy that will help your people with swords smack it. I don't remember
You
what
have
it's
to
Well,
buy
called.
people
one
with
per
fists.
person.
Yeah, I think... let me read Swarm again. Swarm. It depends on the size of it, how useful your things will be. And if sounding
What
like
size
if...
didn't matter.
if it is tiny, I think you have you'll have problems. Which it sounds like the more harder ones are that. Da, 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 da. What do they talk about trying to hit a swarm here? Oh, here, swarm traits. Swarm has blah 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 blah. A swarm is immune to any spell or effect that targets the specific number of creatures, including single target spells, with the exception of mind affecting effects. If it has an intelligence score, it's a hive mind. A swarm takes half damage from spells or effects that affect an area, such as splash weapons, so bombs. If they're made up of diminutive or fine creatures, they're susceptible to high winds. If you do like a magic wind spell. And where does it talk about trying to? Is it just half damage? You do half damage? I thought it was like they take no damage if you don't make it a sworn. Or maybe you just do half damage. They can't be. They're not subject to critical hits or flanking. Oh, here. A swarm composed of fine creatures is immune to all weapon damage. So, no fist, no sword, no axe will hurt them. But there is a special item you can buy. I can't remember what it's called, but if you just like Google like swarm damage thingy or something, you'll find it.
Sorry, you said they're immune to what kind of damage? What was the category?
Weapons.
Melee?
Any weapons.
All weapon.
What were you saying about splash damage?
Half damage from splash damage.
Okay. The tricky part will be trying to pick anything up, including, you know, scrolls or things like that. I mean, we're limited in what we can do because we can't exactly go shopping in Uno.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find that item because everyone would know what it is, just so you guys know. My Google Foo is not working for me. I always have problems finding this item, but there's an item that exists. I mean, assuming you're not going to do this today, so we can find it later. But everyone will tell you there's this item that I think it's like a neck slot or something that you can wear that will let your attacks actually hit it.
Yeah, actually, you might still have it.
Oh,
on one of the characters, yeah.
Oh. But everyone consults their spell list if there's anything they can do to help you against such a creature. Everyone says, you want a pit made? I can make different pits. But,
Watch this.
watch this. Oh,
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. That's your signature spell, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no spell I could do to help you unless I was there with you. And if you do require my assistance, we could make that thing happen, but I'll have to discuss with Bissy. I am needed in several things, but if you think there's no other way and you want me with you, I could try to help. I'm sure.
Just make some pits around the Marrows and drain their swamp.
Don't think it'll work like that, but... is this spell...
Found the item.
Oh, did you find it?
Yeah.
What is it?
Nice.
It's the class, the Swarmbane class.
There you go.
We had rented them when we used them.
That's right. That's right.
Would
Is
it be
that because their
possible?
bananas expensive?
We just didn't need them for a lot of things. We were like terribly worried about running into swarms. We had a specific encounter that we needed for. It knew we needed it for.
I realize you're an important person, Ronald, with lots to do besides just, you know, helping us, but would it be possible to get someone to, I don't know, pick up some items for us that we might not be able to find in Komodo?
Of course. What do you need?
Well, maybe 3 scrolls of Death Ward?
Yes. But like I said, I don't know if the scarab won't protect you, the spell won't either. So I, of course, can give you them. I don't want to lead you falsely if it doesn't work. I wouldn't rely on it unless you can confirm it would work.
I mean, we wouldn't pin our hopes on it, but, you know, I keep arrow protection on me because, you know, you never know when you're going to come up against some archers.
Alright, 3 scrolls of Death Ward. And, Evron, you remember that name of that item, the Swarmbane clasp. You guys want some of those?
That would help.
Yeah.
How many?
We want to be able to kill whatever it is.
How many would you like? 3?
I don't think it would help me, so yeah, 3.
3 Swarmbane clasps. Got it. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Not that I can think of.
If you'll please just making sure everyone has the spell. If you please just share a memory of the inn you're staying at, everyone can teleport these objects directly to you.
Oh, nice.
Dot has great memories of the inn that she's staying at because she's not slept in days.
Excellent. Yeah, you
You're
can
definitely
share them.
gonna reveal that part, right?
Yeah, everyone will cast the spell, get a memory of the room, study it well, and we'll let you know once these items are ready. They can teleport it to your rooms. Probably take a few days, but they will be directly teleported to Dot's room, apparently.
I'll ask her to try and do that quietly. I mean, him to try and do that quietly.
He says, I don't think it makes any noise.
Oh, good, good.
Well, any other questions for us? We got places to be, things to do.
I don't think so. Oh. Is there a way we can more easily communicate with you, or do we have to wait until Dot can learn sending?
Good point. Unfortunately, I don't think I have a solution. Although, if it's an emergency, with these group of things, I can include one formula page of sending for Dot, unless any of you else can learn the arcane version.
Not I.
Alright, well, if it's an emergency, we'll include one formula page for Dot. Of sending, and if you ever never not needing it, you can try to learn it eventually.
Once I get a little bit more knowledgeable and experienced.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright, well, if that's all you have for me.
That's all for now, I believe.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
1 second, I'm just thinking of something. Never mind. I thought these things would have helped, but it's more particular.
That's what you get for thinking.
I do have some holy water if you think that'll help you against this undead creature, but it sounds like if it's some sort of swarm, you're probably better off smacking it with your axe.
I appreciate the thought.
Well, if it's something that's not an emergency, you can maybe use this wizard that you got to contact me in the first place. If it is an emergency,
Yes.
you can use that scroll I'll be sending you.
The wizards smell funny, though.
Mm-hmm.
She smelled like sulfur.
Sulfur.
Yeah, got horns.
Horns. I try not to be prejudiced by those kind of creatures.
She's just real horny.
Those creatures, there is a stereotype for a reason. Their parents be demons. Be careful with that one. Not all, or hashtag not all, but you know.
Ronald would not say hashtag. I'd kill him now before he
Oh,
transforms into the demon form.
He's been infected.
But yes, don't judge a book by its cover, but like I said, there are some these I believe
How
they're
are you
called
supposed to pick out your books.
I believe you're dealing with a tiefling. I've met some tieflings that are good, some are bad, just like anyone. But yes, they're like
It sounds almost like thiefling.
I know, right? A lot of them tricksy as well.
You know, since you're picking things up, there is a way to empower holy water.
Hmm?
Certain people can, empower a vial of holy water to do additional damage to undead creatures.
What are you talking about out of character?
It's a spell. It's literally called Empower Holy Water.
Power holy water. This is it's not a clerical spell. That's pretty funny. Looks like you'll need a paladin or an alchemist or a bard. So you want a scroll of this?
Yes, please.
Never heard of this spell. I can't believe my god doesn't give it to me. But that's fine.
That wouldn't be a fair deal.
Power holy water. I'll get you a scroll of that.
Thank you. And some holy water to go with it, please.
This is getting a lot.
Yeah,
Can you find-
she's really thirsty. She's gonna drink it down.
Is there no cleric in town that can give it to you?
Oh, I'll look at Kit. Is there a cleric in town? I haven't really bothered to check.
I guess I would know. What do I know, John?
Yes. I think Bless Water is a level 1 spell. Let me just double check. Bless Water. Yeah. You know that there is a town cleric who could definitely perform this for you guys.
Oh, okay. Then I can get it from them. Thank you.
Excellent. Just getting a lot to teleport in. And it is a little bit costly to expend my magics to make holy water. It's a simple thing many clerics can do. So if you have someone who can do it, save me some time and money. Excellent.
That's fair.
If anything comes up between now and then, you can reach out to me through your wizard.
Thank
Other
you
than
so
that,
much for your help.
of
And your
course.
guidance. I appreciate it.
Yes, our hopes are with you to end this giant problem. So we're here to help you.
And our hopes are with you to get our names cleared.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be a simple thing.
Well, I guess we'll see you when it's done.
Oh, just something to warn you about. There's a nasty child killer that Lakeside Town is willing to... they've been warning a lot of people about it. Murdered a lot of children in their town, apparently. It's like a thin
Yikes.
man, apparently. Posing as a weary traveler. I don't know. If you come
Wait,
across...
he child killer?
Yes, he murdered children, and I think he's been cooking their meat or something. I don't know what he's been doing.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's nasty business.
Oh.
Yeah.
If we kill this thing, maybe they forgive us?
Yeah, it's a long shot, but I thought I'd mention it because it seems like for some reason this creature wandered into their town specifically. I don't know what happened.
Maybe I fix problem with problem I make.
I'm sorry.
What?
Well,
Certainly they understand what it's like to lose children and why
yes.
they might want revenge.
Yes, I don't know if they wronged this creature or something, but no other town reported seeing this creature, but for some reason it went to their town. But anyways, yes, I mentioned it because it would make your clearing your name easier if you reported killing this creature. But
Well,
anyway,
We'll see what we can do after we deal with the giants.
of course. Well, we're off, and he'll put a hand on Evron, and Evron will teleport away. And I will give you guys some experience for this session, and we can end here, unless there's anything you want to get on the record. You got your experience for the session.
We leveled again?
No, you didn't. I was like, did I make a mistake? No.
He's trying to get me to the 4th level spells.
But on my docket for things you guys want to do next session, potentially both giant camps, at least one of them. Anything else I should prepare, or is that probably gonna be good enough?
I think
think
that's
good
good
enough.
enough. I think the most
Yeah.
the most off the wall we might do would be to go to go into like Lighthausen.
Okay.
To what?
That's the
The
city
town.
here by the Veds.
Yeah.
Or Einbrock, one of the two.
Okay.
Because Lighthausen, we might be able to buy some stuff. I don't know how much Einbrock is going to have.
Yeah, they have, as Ronald just hinted to you, the eastern part of the country has not been given notice of your arrest or anything, so those are free cities to go to. You just want to avoid the western part. Sure, so I'll just make a note to make sure those cities are... I think I have maps for them, but I'll double check. Alright, anything else? Or we'll close out here.
I think that's it.
That's all I got.
Perfect. GG's.
Thanks.
Thanks for everyone who's
Good
watching.
night.
GG.